Good evening, Scotland. Good evening, social media land. And welcome to Radio Apocalypse. Hello, how are you all? I hope you're well. I hope that the week that we have had has not left you too feeling anxious, feeling weird, and stuff like that. I am Mojax Happy. This is Radio Apocalypse, and we are just live on YouTube and on Facebook talking about what has gone on in the week that we have had. It has been a week of unprecedented, historic nonsense. It has been a week of fear, a week of death, a week of scary viruses and crazy people stockpiling toilet paper and pasta. So let's have a quick look at what's happened since last Monday. Last Monday, Great Britain, the United Kingdom, went into official lockdown without any laws to put it in place or anything, but just a straightforward lockdown. It was a bit crazy. Our great leader, Boris Johnson, took it upon himself to go ahead and say, hey guys, you need to stay home. This virus will kill you if you go out. All right. But it's not going to kill you, but it'll kill some of you. And some of you are going to end up losing people that you love. So what am I going to say here about this is that we started on Monday with the lockdown and we went into Tuesday and people weren't taking it seriously. And that was pretty much the whole thing throughout the week until we got to the point where a law was put in place. So we now actually have an official statute where people can be fined and basically end up in all sorts of bother and trouble. But the police are being very nice about it. Check this video out.
Guys, you can't stay on the green. Can you all go home? Can you all go home, please? It's not a holiday. It's a lockdown, which means you don't just come in some
Go
days.
home,
Can you
your
please
ages.
leave?
The police are saying, go home. Go home. Stay home. You bam pots. It's go home. Go home. Go home. Why aren't they going
The
home?
government has a lockdown.
Why are they not going
enforced.
home?
Could you please get off?
Yeah, a lockdown. It's enforced. It's crazy. Honest to God, those are people down in London, okay, enjoying the sunshine, thinking that it's okay to hang out with each other in a park. You know, it's just not been taken seriously over the past week. This is the biggest thing since the Second World War that's upset this country. You know, how many people are sitting inside their houses right now? It's like a zombie town. I mean, it really is. I mean, Edinburgh itself is like a zombie town. I've played this video pretty much every day since I've seen it. Okay, and I'm going to play it again because it's one of my favorite videos, and it basically puts into perspective how empty cities are just now. It's crazy. Beautiful video. I got sent that by Sarah, who's in the chat just now, actually. Thank you, Sarah. Like I said before, I changed the music because I am not allowed to play copyrighted music on this particular channel. It was heaving. People down at Cramond. Cramond is a beach just on the coast of near Edinburgh, right? Well, it's part of Edinburgh, and it's right on the coast. And Sarah's telling me that today there was pictures taken of wads of people all down at the beach on Sunday, enjoying the sunshine, what little sunshine we get, and it was heaving. Oh, Sarah, if you find the photographs, stick them up on the Facebook site, and I'll comment on them, and I'll admin the crap out of them later to get them actually on the front of the page. Why are people doing this? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay, it's like it's not the flu, people. All right, the calculations have been done. Previously, it was a 3% mortality rate, but then I sat down with somebody with a calculator. We took the total deaths and the total survivors and the total amount of people infected, and there's actually a 16% mortality rate. So that means that if 100 people get it, 16 people are going to die. Do you know 100 people? Do you have 100 friends on Facebook? Do you have 100 followers on Instagram? So if 100 of those folk got this virus, 16 of them, I tell you what, you choose 16 people to die out of 100 followers. Because if you don't take this seriously, that is what's going to happen. You are actually indiscriminately choosing people to die. That is sick, totally sick. Anyway, that was kind of the week wrapped up. People were being dicks, politicians were being dicks, and we're going to go on to our first sort of not usual feature, which is the COVID Chronicles. And I've got a great story about Boris Johnson, our glorious leader. Okay, if you didn't know who Boris Johnson was, Boris Johnson is the United Kingdom's Prime Minister, and unfortunately last week he was diagnosed with COVID-19, and he's been a good boy and self-isolating. He's not going to the park like those pricks in that little bit of footage, and he's not gone to Cramond Beach like crazy people from Edinburgh. I am so disappointed with you Scottish people. You should know better. You should know better. Anyway, Boris never took this seriously as well right at the beginning, about 5-6 weeks ago. Even at the start of the year, China said, this is going to hit you, this is going to be bad, be prepared for it. And it was like, oh, I'm Boris Johnson. I don't care. I'm a Tory. I mean, really. And then he was filmed in a hospital, shaking hands with people. They had a press conference afterwards saying, you'll be glad to know that I'm still shaking hands with everybody and blah, blah, blah. I'm Boris Johnson. Thank you and good night. And well, Bojo, you've got the Covo now, haven't you? You big blonde bimbo. You are just ridiculous. And let's just face it. Right, thank you. It's a live one in my inbox. I will go and get that in a second. I'll look it up on my phone actually just now so I can react to it. Thank you, Sarah. I've just been sent a picture by Sarah about the boys and girls down at Cramond Beach. I will look it up. Oh man, I don't want to be distracted chatting because I'm on a big roll about Bojo. Right, so Boris, in his infinite wisdom, allegedly forgot to answer an email to the EU about the medical procurement of emergency supplies agreement thing that we're all part of. Now we're in the transition period of leaving the EU, okay, and when we leave the EU, we won't be party to any of these agreements. But presently, in this particular moment, we are party to all the EU laws and regulations, and we could have, if we so desired, have happily been part of the procurement thing and could have got all the personal protective equipment for our wonderful people on the front line in the medical profession and our wonderful nurses as well. Okay, and we would have had enough ventilators and things. It's crazy to think that no, we didn't have that. We didn't have that. So I've got this little bit here just now. Let me just bring it up. We have number 10 claims it missed the deadline for EU ventilator scheme. This isn't a ventilator scheme as such, all right? This is the EU medical procurement agreement. It's like a document that we were signed up to, and a group email was sent out, maybe something on the Snapchat group chat, I don't know. The EU sent a big Snapchat to all its members saying, hey guys, let's get together, do that groovy EU thing where we go and buy lots of shit together and then we'll share it. Okay, so everybody replied to the Snapchat. They were all going, yeah, we're in, I'm happy for that, that's great. But Boris forgot to reply to the Snapchat. Loser. Absolute loser. Why on earth did he do something like that? Well, because he's Boris. Because he doesn't want anything to do with the EU. This is like Brexit over breathing. You know, I think that actually says that headline somewhere on here. What does it say? No, yes, there you go. Look, it says Brexit over breathing. Government clarifies position after critics accuse Boris Johnson of putting Brexit over breathing. Okay, so Downing Street has claimed it failed to take part in a EU scheme to source life-saving ventilators to treat coronavirus because it accidentally missed the deadline. Number 10 initially said it did not take part because the UK was no longer a member and was making our own efforts. Wow. Wow. What a tool bag. But after critics accused Boris Johnson of putting Brexit over breathing, a Number 10 spokesman clarified that it had been missed out because of an error and would consider participating in the future. But let's say it is understood that the UK claims not to have received an email from the EU asking it to participate. Right, so let's just think about this for a wee second here. All right, we are part of an EU get together on the Snapchat group chat, all saying, hey guys, let's get together. And we didn't send it. The rest of the guys never sent that on to Boris, so he feels a bit left out. Okay, that's nonsense, absolute nonsense. So there was a question brought up in the European Parliament, and there's a lot of people working from home, so it was conferenced in. Okay, I've got the video here. The question that was answered was, was asked, like, why was the UK not involved? Why did that happen? So check out the answer. I'll play it a couple of times. I've edited it down just to the answer, so I didn't have the bump before and after of pure waffle. But watch this.
These questions for the UK. First, the UK is a signatory of the Joint Procurement Agreement and is therefore welcome to participate in any joint procurement launched under the agreement during this transition period. Now, the possibility to launch and take part in EU procurement procedures, but also the member states' needs for personal protective equipment have been discussed several times in the meetings of the Health Security Committee where the UK participated.
Okay, so let's get this straight just now, all right? We are party to that agreement. The UK's signatures on that bit of paper, so we know that we don't actually need an invitation, all right? We don't need an invitation to go and do that sort of thing, all right? That's fair enough, we get that, okay? But not only that, this whole scheme and the whole plan was discussed in meetings where the UK representatives were present, okay? That was before they left the European Parliament. That just doesn't make an ounce of sense. So basically, Boris got the virus and he phoned his buddy in America, old Don, and Mr. Trump turned around and was tweeted the conversation, or bits of the conversation. It was like, it's like, Boris has got the virus. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible, terrible thing that Boris has got the virus. And he came onto the phone to me, and we wish him a speedy recovery, because he's a great guy and we want to make sure he's going to be okay. You know, I can't do an American accent, so this is Donald Trump with a Scottish accent. And he came on the phone and he said to me, ventilators. We need ventilators. He didn't even say hello. He just asked me for ventilators. And I'm like, you know, we've got lots of friends throughout the world, and yeah, you know, we will help as many people as we can, you know. Oh my God. So we've got the British clown asking the American fool for help. I just think that's the biggest pantomime joke I have ever seen. Let's just play that video again, okay, so you can understand the implications of how embarrassing our leadership actually is.
Questions for the UK. First, the UK is a signatory of the Joint Procurement Agreement and is therefore welcome to participate in any joint procurement launched under the agreement during this transition period. Now, the possibility to launch and take part in EU procurement procedures, but also the member states' needs for personal protective equipment have been discussed several times in the meetings of the Health Security Committee where the UK participated.
So not just for ventilators during the procurement thing, but also for personal protective equipment. The member states discussed all this at different committees. This really upsets me because I've got friends that work in the front line in the medical professions. I think everybody has been touched by the medical profession at some point. I don't mean that physically because many of us have, okay, but I actually mean in a positive way. We know people that work in the medical profession. And if you've seen the pictures of what our doctors and nurses are wearing to protect them from this virus, it is a disgrace. It is an absolute disgrace. This is what I call a national scandal. And I'm going to rant about it for at least another minute because it kind of truly upsets me to think that we have, in this modern era of us, this modern society of ours, we don't have stockpiles of protective equipment ready to use in such instances as this. It's like the first Gulf War when we sent our troops across to Iraq with ill-fitting weapons and kit, boots that were melting in the heat and weapons that were jamming in the sand. It's like, what? We're the laughing stock of the world. Okay, and we've got a leader that is basically the laughing stock of his own country. I mean, really, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed, totally embarrassed. Oh. Let's move on to the next segment. Corona idiots of the day. Corona idiots. God damn it. Right. Okay. I'm just looking at the chit chat on the side chat here. Stephen is saying that apparently we've got plenty PPE. There's been distribution problems. Yeah, that might be the case. That's a great excuse if I've ever heard one before. I like how you've got it in inverted commas. I don't believe that. I don't know whether it's true, but if we valued the lives of our frontline warriors in the medical profession, they wouldn't have to wait for their body armor, would they? I mean, it's a disgrace. It is a disgrace. Anyway, COVIDiots of the day is where we look at absolute fannies that have done ridiculously stupid things over the past week. Now, there was one chap, and well, we'll review this just now. There was one chap last week that took his tongue down a whole sort of bay of deodorant cans in Walmart in America that was arrested and charged under the Terrorist Act in America, and he's now awaiting trial and sentencing. Video was Snapchatted, and he had his phone kind of like this, and he's saying, "Who's afraid of the coronavirus?" And then he takes his tongue right down a row of deodorant cans, which is a bit crazy. And then we have this guy. Check this guy out. Okay, he, right, this tool bag here, right, got on the bandwagon for a sort of like one of these social media challenges. It was the coronavirus challenge, where you would lick a toilet bowl and say, "I'm going to get the coronavirus," and then hope that you wouldn't. I just want to say, these people that do stupid things like this, all right, the gene pool's better without them. Okay, I'm sorry to say it. I'm actually, severely disturbed about anybody licking a toilet without the coronavirus. I mean, who would do that? I know he's probably gone, "It's okay. I've cleaned it first. I cleaned it before I stuck my tongue." Yeah, thanks, Stephen. Why would you lick a friggin' toilet? It just doesn't make an ounce of sense to me whatsoever. It's the sort of thing, that you do on a daily basis, isn't it? You go around licking a toilet. I do it all the time. That's how I clean my toilet. It's nah. Let's look at him. I am going to lick the toilet because I want to be famous on social media. Idiot. Now, there's various swear words I want to use to describe my feelings right now about this guy. It's just unbelievable that he's done this. But here we go. Here's an updated picture of him now. He's in hospital. I wonder why. Has he got COVID-19? Yes. Has he got dysentery? Probably. Is he regretting it? Definitely. What an absolute friggin' maniac. I just can't get over people like that. Why would anybody in their right minds do that sort of thing? It doesn't bear thinking about. It really doesn't. And when you come across people like that, you just think to yourself, what? Yeah, possibly got hepatitis. That would make perfect sense. And definitely have shitty breath for a while and pissy lips and shitty breath. That's just unbelievable. So who else have we still got in the chat just now? We've got Stephen. Is Sarah still there? We've got 3 people watching from Facebook just now. Make yourself known. Say hello. I like to interact with you all and stuff like that. I was expecting Cognag to be on, but our clocks went out. Do you know what? I'm going to send him a message because I'm pretty sure that he doesn't realise that the UK clocks have gone forward, because he had some interesting things to say. We'll send him a wee Snapchat. Okay, we'll send him a Snapchat. Okay, hey, Cog, where are you, brother? That wasn't Cog, it was Cog. Yeah, Sarah's still there. Good stuff, Sarah. Right, here we go, Snapchat time. Cognag, I didn't say to you, brother, that the clocks went forward an hour here, so it's actually 20 past midnight just now. Okay, you coming on, brother? Yeah? Right, there we go. We'll send that off to him. I'm not going to say what his real name is. Oh my God, where it is? There it is there. Good, right, that's off. Right, nice one. So yeah, so we've got Sarah and we've got Stephen, and we get more people watching this back than watching it live. It's because it's so late at night. I had more people watching the morning show this morning than I usually have on this one, but this one I could get to rant a bit more, which is good fun. I like a wee rant. I've got this picture to show you as well. This was supposed to come up earlier on in the review of the week. Boris Johnson tests positive. We've also got the health minister, Matt Hancock. Is that his name? Hancock? Hancock. I don't know. Anyway, he's also got it. And then our Secretary of State for Scotland, is it Alistair Jack? Is it Jack? Alistair? I don't know. Anyway, second name's Jack. It could be Jack off. I don't know. But let's just face it. He's also been tested positive. This virus seems to be going for Tories. I think it's karma paying them a visit. The other thing, which I found quite interesting, it's not a corona idiots. Well, actually, it's definitely not a corona idiots thing. I need to quickly bring this up on the screen. Let me see. Why are you not letting me do this, you stupid? We've hung. There we go. Right. So let's see if we can get this up on the screen. Fingers crossed. Yeah, There we go, and up. Brilliant. Okay, so check this out. All right. Coronavirus UK lockdown causes big drop in air pollution. Wow. Air quality in big cities is likely to improve even more in coming weeks, say scientists. A nationwide shutdown caused by the coronavirus outbreak has led us to big drops in air pollution across the UK's major cities. New data analysis shows levels of toxic pollutants were likely to fall even further, scientists says, as traffic remained off the roads. But prevailing westerly winds from the Atlantic returned. Current eastern winds, blah, blah, that's boring. Okay, let's just face it, okay? The human condition we know causes pollution. And you take away the human condition, and in less than a week, it starts to improve the quality of the air. Who would have thought that? Hey, Miss Equilibrium, how are you tonight? Thank you for saying hello to me. I love it when people say hi. I think it's great. Yeah, so this whole pollution thing is amazing. In Wuhan as well, they saw about a 70 to 80% reduction in air pollution over the top of the city. That was like getting rid of all their smog. The smog had gone, and it wasn't even killed by hobbits. You know, the smog, is that Schmog or Schmog? What's the name of the dragon in The Hobbit again? Is it Smog? I can't remember. I have to go and read it again now. Anyway, here's just something to put out there, all right? There's so many people getting worried about, you know, climate change and global warming and things like that. All right. What if this is the planet saying, fuck you, humans, fuck you. You know, you're going to just have to do something to survive. I don't mind you living on me. You know, I quite like you walking around on me. You make interesting things, and, you know, look at the beautiful cities. Look at the beautiful artwork that you've made inspired by me. But you really have to take care of me. So I'm going to give you a deadly virus just for a few weeks, a few months, to teach you a wee lesson. Okay, you're going to stop driving your cars, and you're going to see a massive difference in air quality, something that would have never happened before for whatever reason. Okay, no matter what, you know, however many people glued their backsides to the windows inside the House of Commons. Okay, and no matter how many people sat down in roads, the cars were still going to keep going. It's taken a virus to stop the traffic. A virus has cleared the airs. It's killing people as well. That's the downside of it. Okay, but the upside, okay, is that the air's getting cleaner. Now, what if this goes on for months and it slows down climate change, or even stops climate change? Should we not move into a different sort of way of thinking then? Shouldn't we be moving into a paradigm shift where we can actually look at the world and go, wait a minute, we can fight the tide. We can push back that tsunami of global warming. What if that happened? What if that actually did happen? Right, let's have a quick look to see what Equilibrium is saying there. Huge drops in ocean pollution due to... Okay, I'll read your second message. That last message made no sense. The ocean will be affected instead of the air with the amount of plastic going into it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. One step at a time. Okay, one step at a time. All right. If we clear the air and people start to see a massive change in the environment, I feel that the paradigm will shift towards sort of like, let's just go the full hog. Let's just move forward in that direction to be able to do the right thing, because the right thing is the important thing. We you know something, we're all terrified of this virus, right? And the virus, in the grand scheme of the lifespan of our planet, is minute. The planet is infinite compared to us. Okay? So why don't we just stop and fix it? You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And there's people that are climate change deniers. And I don't have any problems with them, okay? I don't have a problem, because if climate change isn't real, Okay, if it's not happening, if it's a farce, if it's like scientifically impossible and everybody's wrong, but we don't do anything and there is climate change, we're screwed. But if we do something and there's no climate change, we just end up with a cleaner planet. That's the worst thing that can happen. So, the climate changes could be wrong. If they're wrong, they're wrong. But we end up with a shiny, breathable, happy planet that's not going to throw viruses at us to teach us a lesson, to get cars off the road, to reduce air pollution. That's how I'm thinking about it. That is the way that it is in my world. I do think a lot of nonsense though, but that's just me. I can't help it. It's just one of those things. Excuse me, I need to take a mouthful of tea because my mouth is very dry. Tea's good. Right, let's move on to the next segment, which is beautifully known as the isolation games. Okay, so this week, more people took up yoga and baking. I can't get over this, that there's people in their house doing yoga and then going and baking cakes. Yoga and baking is the thing to do while in isolation. Apart from watching Joe the PE teacher, if you've not watched Joe the PE teacher, you want to go just go to YouTube and go to PE with Joe. He was trending #1 in the world at the start of the week. He was going to be Great Britain's PE teacher for the kids while they're all off school, and he was amazing, thoroughly amazing. And recapping for the week, he is definitely my favourite bunch of YouTuber. He was my favourite YouTuber of the week with what he's done. He had 5.5 million hits, full views of his stuff. At the start of the week with his first video for being the PE. I mean, he's got his own channel and he does other stuff as well. But this one video, over 5.5 million views by the end of Tuesday. Tremendous. I mean, what a great idea. What a great thing to do. Then you had a yoga couple that I talked about as well earlier in the week. I wish I could remember their names. I should have written them down. Note to self, keep a history log in your big black book, okay, of everything that you look up that's relevant. And then you'll be more professional and a bit more slick. Absolutely. We have to do that. That's the problem. Is like the software on the laptop's like a television studio. That's great. But I'm the director, the producer, and the presenter in one go. So it's basically, oh my God, I've got to put this around. So I'm beginning to get slick with my transitions and my wee jingles. But trying to remember what my content is a nightmare. And I did write it all down, but I didn't write anything about the yoga couple. Anyway, yoga couple, okay, they are one of the more sort of popular YouTube yoga schools. And they were, they kind of charged quite a lot because they did it a lot towards the celebrity sort of end of it all. But then they took the prices right off. On their Patreon and stuff like that, so people could go in and get full hour lessons, and they felt that it was kind of their service to all. But it wasn't just about the yoga; it was about the mental well-being, and that is something that is really, really important. There's many people that suffer from depression and anxiety out there, and a lot of people, they don't end up with a nice way of living as a result of their illness. Now, in the world that we're in just now, okay, it's even worse because we have this virus, we have this this incredible thing that is big, it's scary, we can't see it, and it's there, and it's going to hurt people that we care about and love. Now I had cancer last year, and one of the greatest things that I did was go to the Maggie's Centre, which is down at the Western General in Edinburgh. And in the Maggie's Centre, I'm just refreshing it just now because I've got a video there from one of the ladies. This is the actual first time there, and they are like a charity, and they provide services to families and patients that are undergoing cancer treatment. Now, I'm going to let you into a little secret here. When I was diagnosed with cancer, I kept it all inside. I kept all my feelings inside. I didn't want to show weakness in front of my children or my wife or anything like that. It was kind of crazy. And I ended up making myself quite ill for a week. And it was kind of horrible, and it was frightening. I never went to Maggie's, and I didn't go to Maggie's. I decided, no, I'm not going to Maggie's. I'm not going to Maggie's. And for another 2 weeks, I didn't go to Maggie's. And it wasn't until I went in for a batch of experimental drugs that I actually went into Maggie's. And I'm going to play this video. I'm just waiting for it to come up. So I'm kind of killing time because my processor is getting chewed up just now by having so many internet pages open. But the video is aimed at people that currently are suffering from cancer, that are patients at the Western, that might not be getting treatment, that are a little bit more worried that they could be suffering badly. But when I was down at Maggie's, when I went there, it was this woman that looked after me, and within 2 minutes, I was in tears. I was bawling my eyes out because I was terrified. I was truly terrified. So let me bring up the video just now, and we'll play it. Hopefully you should be able to hear it if I play it. Hold on. We need to put on, let me get to my mixer. That's the one we need to click onto, because otherwise you guys can't hear it. Right, okay, and then I'll make this one a bit bigger, and then we will play. Hopefully this will play. Hang on. Why can't I hear this? Oh, hang on. Can we hear it?
Absolutely thinking
yes, we
of
can.
you at this stressful and uncertain time, and our heartfelt thoughts go to you. We want you to know that we are absolutely here to provide ongoing support at this difficult time. Our professional teams are here to provide information and practical advice, emotional and psychological support. That support can be on the phone, via email, or through our online community. Our number is 537-3131. Our email is edinburgh@maggies.org, and our website is maggies.org. Our teams are there for you, and our thoughts are with you, and we wish for you to be safe and well, and to really take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves in these times ahead.
Totally. What a team they have down at Maggie's. They are something special. If you've never been there before, or if you ever want to do any form of charity work for anything at all, to raise funds for anything, Maggie's is the one to do it for. They do such a great job. They're dealing with people whose hearts are breaking every single day. My biggest fear was like not being there for my children, and that just crumbled me that day when I went in there. It was like when I went into that building, you could feel the empathy ooze from every single part of the building, and every single person that works there, that volunteers there, or is a paid staff member there. They are astounding. They know the right things to say. They know the right way to look at you in the eye. They know all the different well-being techniques to put your mind at rest. And I swear to God, you need to turn around and look at this and say to yourselves, there is people out there. There's people that can help. All right. If you're a cancer sufferer, a patient just now, or you're about to commence treatment and you're a bit afraid and you don't know what to do, go to Maggie's. If you're frightened just now with the COVID-19 virus and you've got any real sort of illness that is cancer related, speak to Maggie's. They are going to help you. They're going to help you in ways that you could never, ever, achieve any form of help before. Maggie's, they're angels, every one of them. And I can't thank them enough. My daughter arranged a bake sale for Maggie's at the school last year and raised over £500 for them. £500 just done by primary school kids in one school. Amazing. My daughter's cool. Ali, if you're watching this back tomorrow morning, I friggin' love you. You are amazing. I am proud to be your daddy, and I am proud of the things that you have done. You make me smile every single day. Anyway, enough emotional stuff. We also have people getting bored in their houses just now, right? They are getting bored in their houses because they're all locked down. Okay, they don't know what to do. And I came across this next video and I couldn't stop watching it. I couldn't. I'm going to play it a few times, and it's going to be the way that we will wrap up today and this crazy week. And then I'm going to talk about what I'm wanting to do next week as well. But let's just watch this video first. It is hilarious, and tell me what you think in the chat about this. What are we watching? Scripts. Wait for it. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell was that? I when I came across that on Twitter, I was like, what is this? What are we watching? He's got plungers with chopsticks attached to them, and he's pushing bottle tops from Corona bottles that are upside down. You must be bored out your skull, my son. You must be totally and utterly bored. Let's watch it again. Here he goes. He's got plunger nipples. He's going with the plunger nipples. Here we go. Here we go. Slow motion now. Slow motion. And he's so happy. He plays Mission Impossible chords at the end. Here it comes. Yes. And pulls him off. Pop. Crazy. What a geezer. Right. I will be playing that again in a minute or two. I swear to God. I have no idea where it came from. But people, his genes need to be saved. He is no corona idiot. Okay, he is definitely in the isolation games. All right, he is something special. I would love just to high five him. Oh, no, a social distancing high five, one of those air fives, like hi, air five. Okay, because that guy there is an absolute genius. I would never have thought in a million years of sticking two plungers on Madonna dress style and then knocking bottle tops off Corona. What led him to do that? I mean, one more time. Let's do it one more time. There we go. There we go. Oh my God. That is skillful. Wait for the Mission Impossible card. Here it comes. Yes! Pull those off. Oh my God. Moobs. He has wobbly moobs. What do you think of that? If you're watching that, does it make you feel a bit disturbed, like an Asian guy with plungers on his big moobies? All right? With chopsticks taped to the end of the plungers, pushing Corona bottle tops off upturned bottles of Corona in a bottle flipping type technique, and they land perfectly. I want to know how many times he had to do that to be able to video it to make it look perfect. High friggin' five to you, brother. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I swear, people are brilliant. And idiots as well. Absolute idiots. Right, I'm going to try and find this picture that Sarah sent me. Because I want to freak out at the... right, it's not there. It must be in chat. Let me check my chat. It's a live picture you said earlier on, Sarah. Are you still there? Let's have a look. Probably. Where is it? Where is it? Yes. Right. Sent it in your inbox. Is that the inbox on the Mojack's Happy page? It might well be, actually. Notifications and sounds. No, we don't want that. We need to go to the other bit here. Hold on. It would help if I was actually on Facebook. What an idiot. Mojack's Happy Live message. And hold on. And notification messages. And Sarah Ledbetter. There we go, Sarah. Oh my God. That's crazy. Hold on. Look. That is Cramond Beach today. What a bunch of idiots. You think you're safe in your car? Really? Oh my God. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that at all. I'm going to save that. And I'm going to zoom in, try and zoom in on some registration numbers and get friends of mine to go and look that up. And then I'm going to go and throw bricks at their windows once the virus is over, because I'm hunkering down in my pillow fort just now. I've got a big pillow fort built over there in the living room, and I'm hiding it, playing Shoot the Virus with Nerf guns. I should take a video of that, shouldn't I? And then maybe stick some plungers right on my chest. Okay, I know. One more time then. Just one more time. Asian guy. He's doing it. Yeah! Hit those bottle tops with your big long nipple plungers. I swear to God. Skills. Insane. I just don't get bored of it. It doesn't get boring. I'm going to stick it on my Snapchat. It's almost as good as the flying a drone through Edinburgh video, which I can't get enough of either. I wonder if we could get him flying like a drone through Edinburgh with his nipple plungers. Who would have thought? Genius. Absolute genius. Sadly, our beaches are the same. Yes, they are, with plastic and stuff. It's very true. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. That's a Trumpism. It's a terrible thing. Honest to God. Right. That's the end of week 1. We've made it through a whole week, guys. You survived a whole week. I am very impressed with yous. You know what? We're going to call it a night. We're finishing 9 minutes early because those 9 minutes were usually picked up by Cognag talking and other people talking, but Cognag doesn't know that our clocks went forward. Poor soul. We miss you, Cognag. When you watch this back, know that we're thinking of you. Know that we love you. Okay, ladies, Equilibrium, Sarah, and Steve, if you watch the rest of this later, thank you for joining us. And everybody that watches this back later, thank you for joining, for coming into it. I have a little new outro to play to you to say goodbye for the night. So let me play it just now, and then we'll call it an evening. I will be back at 9:15 tomorrow to look at Monday's papers with porridge and coffee and show you the weather from my living room window as I am in isolation. We might even speak to the same neighbour again. We've had 2 days of the morning show and we've spoken to Nan, the neighbour. Neighbour Nan, Nan, out walking her dogs. I will deliberately look for her when I am on the show tomorrow morning. And again, if anybody is watching this back and you have any COVID stories you want to share with me, send me a message. I will happily do that. And if you want to appear on the show, send me a message as well. I'll send you the link. You can come and join us. I'm always interested in hearing from people, always interested in having people on the show to talk nonsense with me and to tell me their stories. If you're in lockdown, if you are isolated and you're a parent on your own with your children, come and tell me what it's like having the kids in the house for all that time, especially if you can't get out. Are you going insane? Are you thinking about putting plungers on your nipples and swinging them round to hit Corona bottles? I mean, I think that's a new level of madness, to be perfectly honest. It's up there with beyond wacky, beyond eccentric. Next week, we're going to talk about something maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, something that is kind of dear to my heart, and that is toxic people. Toxic people are people that are manipulative and controlling, and I think that at some point in everybody's lives you come across them. I actually ended up questioning myself, thinking that I might have been a manipulator, but turns out that I wasn't. I'm too stupid to be a manipulator. But I've come across them in my life, and I want to dedicate a good chunk of one of the shows to talk about that. So if you know anybody or that suffered at the hands of somebody that's purely toxic, that's a manipulator, get in touch. If you yourself have experienced firsthand the nasty poisons that course through your veins because of somebody manipulating you, making you think that you are not important enough, get in touch. I'll have you on the show if you want to tell me your story. But I think it's important. It's important enough for me to address this week. The human condition is going to be an upcoming sort of regular magazine feature in the show, and it's not just going to be about the crazy things, but it's also going to be about the positive things. So we will start the human condition probably on Wednesday. It gives me an opportunity to get some content together for it, and we'll do that. In the meantime, I hope that you will take the time to enjoy my outro jingle, and also come and join me tomorrow at 9:15 in the morning for morning coffee on Radio Apocalypse. Thank you for watching. Be safe. I'm grateful for you all coming. Share this on your Facebook pages and the links in your Instagrams. Let's tell the world that Mojack's Happy likes to talk nonsense every night. Thank you very much, and be safe.